your face off. We're gonna talk your face off. We're gonna talk your face off. 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 Talk your face off.
I can finally talk about it. Yay! Yay! It'll be fun.
Oh, that's too funny. I was like, "What is going on here?" It's funny because you can see the preview. Like me and Tony can see the preview of the other screen, and I didn't even notice what you were doing.
I ducked out real quick. Like, oh no, he's ditching me for the show.
What's going on, everybody? We've got Dylan Icefelder. I think that's how you say it.
Icefelder, yeah.
David Ferris
on drugs.
RC Jeep guy, the hangar. What's going on, guys? Really need to get our monster truck ramp done. Yeah.
Oh, that's
go,
insane everywhere.
Man, go. Yo, yo, yo. Let's see. Racing Case 87. What's going on? Everyone's starting to get in here. I saw a quick question from RC Jeep guy. I saw the thumbnail. I did not see his video. I'm assuming it was epic. His videos are really good. He asked if I saw a Scale Builders Guild video with
about his most scale video yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to watch it yet today.
No, me either. So what's up from Tennessee? Charles Shankles. What up? Charlie Shankles. Rad Raff. That's a new name. Hello, y'all. Checking in from SoCal.
Yeah.
What's going on? John Nash. Al Castro. What's going on? Paul Fletcher. Yo.
All right. So for those that are just tuning in, we are going to be doing our top 10 list under $350, just so they know it's coming.
Yes, it's coming.
It is coming.
We
so if you're tuning in, we are about to jump into that. Oops.
Yes, I'm trying to see what else I put in the show sheet. I put 124 scale tune-ups. Obviously, we'll talk a little bit about that weird little monster truck thing that you got, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Carcass, I've got a video popping out on Thursday. So I've got a schedule. We'll talk about that. And then what's next?
Oh, you know what? Add this to the show sheet.
Okay.
Breaking news.
I'm going to write it down so I don't forget.
Harley Designs is building 24 scales.
I saw that. Yeah.
And he's got some cool stuff he's actually building for his 24 scale. He's actually like doing some work on it.
I don't believe it.
He's working it. So yeah.
I don't believe it.
So we need to talk about that.
Yes.
Kind of just rub it in his face a little bit. He's going to get hooked. That's the thing. And all of that smack that he talked, he's gonna feel it. So
I know. Well, that'll be a good segue because that's one of the things is I put down 124 scale tune-up. I guess we'll just get into that real quick and let people hop into the show because I still see the numbers kind of crawling up.
Jump in. So, let's say here, that's why he's building them is he's going to comp it. There's some comps going on near him, and he's like, "Yeah, it's competition. I don't like these, but I like competition."
Yeah.
So yeah, that's his whole thing is he's doing it because there's comps for it that are going to be.
Well, there was a comp this Saturday at our local hobby town, and I wasn't able to go because it was our last game of the season, but I wanted to go on Sunday. And we haven't chatted. Tony and I actually haven't chatted much at all this last week. We've both been nose to
Well, the release of the LMT Mini, I put in some extra hours. Well, let's talk about your thing with the hobby town. Then
there was really nothing. It just lit a fire under me that I was like, oh, I got to get my 24 scales going because it's getting to be wintertime. And so I charged them up because there was going to be a chance that we could make it on Sunday. There was no comp on Sunday, but I wanted to go and just take some good video of them crawling, but wasn't able to make it. But it got me kind of invigorated for it's funny, my 3D printer's sitting on the ground behind me. I still have not, I got the part way back when,
Dude,
And
how have you not had a printer for this long?
I know it's well, I haven't really been building stuff.
Every
like
time I
that.
used to talk to you, is always running like nonstop, 24/7.
I
We're
know.
checking in on it from your phone.
Yep. No, I know it's been weird. Okay, so I came into some RC money, and I sold a couple RCs, and so I've seriously been like doing these lists. I was like, oh man, like how do I not pull the trigger on some of this stuff right before Christmas, right? And so let's be freezing over soon. It's getting colder. Yep.
That's because of Harley Designs building the 24
Oh,
scale.
right. Yep. I know, right? So, but I was contemplating buying another 3D printer, but I was like, I can't do that. Like, let me just see if I could build this one back up, because it's a tank, man. This thing's like a workhorse. So
Mm-hmm.
if I could get it running again, maybe this will be the last time I get this one running again, because I've had it for years, and it, like you said, was printing nonstop. So I'll give it one more run, and then it's on to the new technology. But
Right, the fast ones. Oh my goodness.
I know I'm super jealous of that, because I was looking at some of the different specs on some of the new ones, and I was like, that is super fast. Like it would, like they were showing, how long it takes to
So fast.
print a benchy in 15 minutes or whatever, and I was like, wow, that's cool.
The new tech is super fast. That's the only thing that has me wanting one. But I have nice printers. I'm not gonna just ditch out on them.
Right.
So we said Matt got into Hot Wheels, Josh getting into 24s. Only one of those two I can really understand, and not to like make fun of anybody in the chat that may be into collecting Hot Wheels. That's not the one that makes any sense. So for all the flack that he gives us about the tiny trucks, at least we can drive them and do stuff with them.
Right.
And I say that, I mean, jokingly, because I just picked up the Grandma Digger 124 scale Spin Master when I saw it. So I can't say. In fact, I bought two of them because I thought it was like, whoa, this is new. No, other people had it already. It wasn't a big deal. But
I'm contemplating starting a collection of RCs, like some of the Tamiya stuff, some of the Kyosho stuff.
Old ones.
Yeah,
they sit on a shelf later and look nice.
Yeah, they have some really cool kits that are available still, and it's like they're not that expensive. And for what you would pay to get Hot Wheels or something like that, my pops used to collect the Franklin Mint cars. Do you remember those?
Yeah,
they're like 1/32 or whatever. I don't know what size they were, but they're like everything works. The doors open, the hoods open, all that kind of stuff. Like the steering works. Like they were pretty cool. But yeah, I'm contemplating doing that because I'm not much of a collector, but I think it'd be cool to have something like that. Just buy a bunch of like 1060s or
I'm a bit of a collector. I hate getting rid of stuff. I'll be honest.
Really?
Yeah. I hate it.
I don't mind. I was like,
I know that. Like you've sold some of your stuff you built, and I'm like, dude, I could have never, ever. But yeah,
makes room for building more stuff.
Yeah.
These old flapping lips says he really needs to spend some, or he, as in these old flapping lips, needs to spend some time to learn CAD. I got a cursory feel for it, but just not messed with the software enough yet. Yeah, it's CAD is one of those processes that if you don't use it, it doesn't come naturally. Like you've got to get seat time on it. And then you start understanding how to, I think one of the biggest thing about CAD is like understanding how to think like a computer, like syntax wise or like process wise, because if you can draw something that makes sense for process, that is going to make life 10 times easier.
Yep.
10 times easier.
It's crazy how all these softwares work so differently, even within like the Apple ecosphere.
Yeah.
Like to use Final Cut and then use GarageBand, you're like, they're not even close to the same. Like why?
Right.
Why would you not build these kind of similar, but make one do audio and one do video?
Yeah.
Like the key commands aren't even remotely close.
Right.
If you tap somewhere up in the timeline, just trying to get it to the right. Like Final Cut is just so much easier to use than GarageBand. I was having to do these podcasts and cut them down. Like, here's our GarageBand files, and dude, it took me to just cut, like, they have the intro and outro done. You just have to put this in and cut off the fat on the ends, and then overlay the intro outro with a little cross. I was in there, like, I was like, I'm rebuilding this in Final Cut. I'm dropping it in there. I'm just exporting an audio file from, because it's just so much easier to work in. But anyway, finding in and out points for something and putting it in, cutting stuff. It's just like, why so hard?
Two things real quick. So one, I just learned something that's a game changer for me, and you'll see why on my next video that pops out. So I got a little shotgun mic, and my audio environment is not good in the shop, because when you're in a big shop with concrete walls and metal behind you and everywhere, your sound just pings everywhere, right? Like it's hard to get rid of that. And I just found in LumaFusion, there's an audio suppressor in one of the little things. So you could go through and click, and then it makes it like noise canceling behind you.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound great, but it sounds
little
better
robot-y. Most of them are that way, and you have to like dial it back.
Dial it down. Yeah. And I think that's the balance. Like
then I still hear the background noise. So
so like I'm gonna put some music over it and then dial it back. Just find where the balance
if you're adding music, you don't the music will cover over the other noise. That's what I usually have to do. Like if I'm doing something, the music will usually make it so you don't even hear it.
Okay. So one other thing I wanted to show. Oh, actually, first, while we were talking about CAD, I wanted to show something real quick, a little show and tell. So I don't know if you can hear that. Truck? No, this is,
it should be.
So Scale Metal Supplies built one and wanted me to back engineer it.
Yep.
So he sent it to me, and this is a blueprint that's online right now at Scale Metal Supplies that you can download and get the blueprint to build this. So I just I drew this up.
So you can make your bends and everything. So you just then took it and laid it all flat.
Yep.
And people can do their bends and all that for mark their weld points. Very cool.
So that's something that's pretty exciting. I was excited to get that one done because I've been waiting to get that done for a while. But racing case, sweet back half cage. Yeah, it's pretty rad. It's so it'll fit on the, did I already say, on the base camp kit.
Okay.
It'll fit on that.
You didn't say that. So you just cut the back off it?
No, you just bolt it. It bolts it bolts right to the frame. So you put it on the
But for the body though, is it a two-piece on that? No, you do your own body. That's right. You have to buy a body.
Yep.
That's right. Base camp doesn't come with one.
Yep. So
the kit, SM57 mic. Yeah, those are, I mean, SM57s are good. Like, they still pick up a lot. It's not as pointed and directional. It's better than a lot of other mics, but it's still not quite. I mean, it'd be like a good amp mic or.
Yeah, and my environment, like I said, is not good for audio recording. Yeah. I mean, it's like literally on one side I have a wall of metals. Like,
and they got cement floors, so it's just
and I got a cement or a steel table right in front of me.
So everything is so even if you do, you're still going to get that just because it's going to be picking up just your voice.
Yep. So what I did
is just the room tone, just the texture of your voice is going to be impacted by that.
Yep. And so you get that room tone that's like a hum. I turned off all my fans and all that, but you still get the room tone. And then my voice obviously is bouncing everywhere. Yeah. But so on the video that comes out tomorrow, it'll be like that. But on the videos after that, now that I found this setting, I was playing around with it the other day and I was like, oh, that sounds so much better. Like so much better. So
which mic makes you sound less like a psycho killer. I don't know if they have that mic. I mean, they have effects. You could, just what I would do is just pitch shift it a little bit, and then you could sound like a.
I want, you know what? I want.
Super happy.
The one I want is that I can't find how to do is the one where they do the voice, like when you're being interrogated, and
Oh, yeah.
and they talk, and it's like I want that one.
Garbly. Yeah.
Yeah, I want that one, but I can't figure out how to do it. So you ready to get into this or what?
Yeah, and then we'll talk about. So then I'll talk a little bit about the LMT stuff.
Yep.
At the end of that, because that's what was busy for me for the last month.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's busy for me. That's why I kept telling people I can't get to my own videos right now. Yeah. But it's good. It's a good reason.
Yep.
So yeah, I'll start. I've got one. So this is going to be top 10 under 350. Now these aren't like the best RCs under 350. These are like what I would pick or what I would ask somebody to get for me personally. So these are things that I like or would be interested in, because there's a huge list of stuff that people would get. And when we get down to the lower numbers, we'll ask people like to type in the comment what would be their number one or something. Because I'm curious. Everyone's got different things,
right?
Or like list 3 things that you would get. So be thinking about that. Don't flood the comments with them yet.
Yeah, and I think I think some of the things that I picked were things that I already have that were enough fun that I would suggest them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's also they're just things that we like or would pick or have picked in that range. So some of them, a lot of mine, I don't even have yet, and so that's kind of fun actually. So
you're gonna be scrambling
like Christmas wish. So if anybody's looking to just give like out of the kindness of their heart a gift, and they want to send one of these to me, I would totally.
You're like, I'll
DM my list.
DM me for my shipping address. You're gonna turn into a cam girl. You're gonna start putting your feet.
I've got an address on all my videos. You can. I got a PO box.
You're gonna put your feet up on the screen. This is. All right.
Oh, I just hit the wrong share button.
Oh, geez.
You think I've done this enough times?
You know what? I'm gonna do that next time. I'm gonna set up a camera underneath my desk, and so that way I can just pop over to the cam for my feet, and then see if we can.
Why would you have a foot cam? That's just weird.
Why not?
Not enough of an audience draw for Pablo's foot.
You never know. You never know.
So this is one that I put it at number 10, and we're allowing kits in this one too. There's a lot of awesome kits in this, and this isn't like a 350 and over basher set. This is kind of like a 350 and under, just whatever we'd like.
Yeah.
But not crawlers, because we're saving that. We're gonna do crawlers that are 350 and above, and crawlers that are 350 and below, and do 10 of each.
I think we should do
one episode.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
One big crawler episode.
There you go. Yeah, that or we just we'll talk about it. We'll hash out the details.
Yeah. So,
Orlando kits are the worst experience ever, Harley says.
We have to see their feet first. So I know they're terrible to work on. And so that the price is just good enough right now. And I know it still needs stuff, but it's almost $20 off at already, under $100. And if you've ever seen any of them built, they look fantastic.
They look pretty sweet. Yeah. Nick B, just because I hope your channel. Thanks, Nick.
That's awesome.
Super awesome. Yeah, that Orlando thing, I've seen them. I think it was Monster Parts. Had some videos of his.
It was so good. He was making scale parts for it, and it was absolutely fantastic. So that's why, as I was looking through, I was like, this would be like if I got it for like Christmas and I had the week off, I would tinker with it and build it. Like I would take it out of my stocking, because that's where it would hopefully be, with all the little motors and stuff it needs with it, and then I would build it and drive it probably at one time around the house. The cat would destroy it, and then I would just put it with my collection of monster truck 1/64 up on the shelf.
It's like a radio control Hot Wheel, right? Basically.
They're small. Yeah. Harley would know. He's got them. But yeah, the build experience, not great. Cage and stuff like that inside that body, trying to paint that tiny body. It's 1/32 scale. So
it's like,
it is not big.
That's all it is.
So it's 2 times the size of a Hot Wheel, right? Because they're 64th scale. So kind of between that and a 24 scale ish. They're small. Yeah.
So does it like what I don't know is like what size of, I guess without it like giving me the ESC and giving me the receiver and the servo, it's like, where do you find stuff that small?
They make it. It's all right here on the right side. See micro servo. There's their motors. $10 for the motor, $10 for the servo. Here's an Orlando Hunter DL radio. So it's another $80 with the receiver and all that.
Okay, so all out the door, you're almost $300.
No.
$200? What are you?
$200. You're $200 with
Well, the radio is
Emax,
$80.
the LiPo. 80 and 80. That's 160. Do your math, bro.
I know. And then you got
$300. What kind of math?
How much is the?
What kind of schooling do they have out in the Washington, my friend?
How much is the ESC, the motor, and all that stuff?
It's all there. It's the
I can't see. It's too small for me.
ESC receiver combo with the radio is $80.
Ah, I see.
Then your motor's 10, so that's 90. Your servo is 10, so that's another 100. Plus the batteries.
Harley says
$200.
You don't buy those things. You half built or you have
smash it with the hammer. All right, so that was my first one.
Nice.
But I would want it gifted to me fully ready to run, assembled. So be nice.
Be nice.
If you,
I think it's rad.
maybe Jimmy will just watch this and he'll send me his that he built because it was so amazing.
Yeah, those are. I mean, I think they're cool. Like,
dude, they look so great with the rear tires and everything.
Yeah.
And so scale.
Again, one of those things where having two of them would be that much better, right? Being able to race them around.
You know what? I didn't show. Hold on. Let me throw it back on here.
Do it.
Look at the photos on it, man.
I know. It looks like
look at the cage and everything under it.
Yeah. That's cool.
It's so good.
It's almost like you would want to not
look at that. Look at that. Solid axle.
Should we do a speed run with that?
Fans and everything in here. You got to build all this junk. Look at that independent IFS in the front. It's so good looking.
Yeah.
Detailed little stickers on the interior. I'm ordering it now. Let me take my screen off.
I know, you're like...
I'm going to go order it right now.
Wait for Black Friday. That's what I'm doing. It. If you buy the kit, we'll build it live in one setting. Yep, you'll have to build it live.
If I buy you the kit, no, I'm not committing.
Do it, Tony. Nah. Do it.
Because he knows the murder that one would be. That one right there would take me like a 24-hour session with breaks for me to go outside and break something.
Yeah. Are they that bad?
You might have to send two because I would break it with a hammer and have to start over.
I could picture you with the jeweler's thing where you like, and it has a light and another light. You're like, your eyes look this big.
Yep.
In the live.
And that's what I would just do. Have the camera down on the table looking up at my eyes.
That would be rad.
Yep. All right. So that was my number 10. So $71. I haven't totaled mine up yet.
I haven't totaled mine either. Number 10. You ready?
I'm gonna start copying and pasting because I have more than 10 in my list. So I'm gonna have to.
Boom. So going with that theme that we were talking about earlier, how like I wouldn't mind getting things and starting a collection, like to collect these. Like I really love the Clodbuster. I've never had a lunchbox and I always thought they were cool looking. I don't really think that they're that cool to drive, maybe. I don't know. I've never driven one.
They're kind of fun. They just wheelie a lot.
Yeah.
They're fun.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they look like fun. But I like both the yellow and the yellow one is cool. I like the black. It just seems like a cool little car. Price on this, I guess I got to scroll over to see the price. Where's the price? Where is it? 168. Right? Not bad.
Yep. Not bad.
Not bad.
Still need a few other parts.
Yeah, but like I said,
radio.
Yeah, that's it, right? Doesn't it come with the motor?
Yep. Motor speed control.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it'd be a fun little car to cruise around. I don't know what I would do with it, but I think it'd be fun. I don't know. That's it. Not as cool as your Orlando. How do I turn this off? Do I remove it? If I remove it.
No, just go back to our 2 screen.
Ah.
That's what I would do.
So
And then I'll
smart.
just pull the next one up here.
Do it.
So this next one I do have this one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Oh.
It's the Smasher.
Yeah.
$145. Still kind of, it's not a crawler. I mean, it has crawler mode, and you can actually put in crawler gears that it comes with.
Yeah.
But I would get this, and I would get the speed motor for it, and J Concepts wheels and tires. Put me in around 2 something, just over 2.
There you go.
And they're awesome. So, although I forgot that we broke a drive shaft on one.
Yeah.
I went to run it this past week. So, yeah, I mean, I still think like if I were to do indoors in a house in a small space, I would reach for this even over the LMT Mini, just because it's that much smaller.
Sure.
And especially if you leave the stock motor in it, they're slow enough that you're not gonna destroy anything.
Well, and there's a safety issue, right? Like I'm seeing this, thinking of like the next, 2 months where we're gonna have family over or whatever, where you're like, you set up a little track in your basement, and you're like, here you go, have fun. You know what I mean? And you just hand them the car, and it's like, away you go. I think that would be cool. And tricycle trucks. Oh yeah, you're talking about the lunchbox.
I think the lunchbox. Yeah, I was going back in case you missed it.
Yep. For sure, I totally feel.
So yeah, I agree with you that these are a safer, definitely a safer bet.
Won't hurt the ankles so much.
For safety things as well.
Yeah.
So I should be doing this as well, I guess. Don't need to promote the bags that they're selling, but yeah. This with the speed motor, new wheels and tires, which aren't needed,
sure,
but really doing it. And then you get it in either of the colors.
I like the white.
The white does look really good in person.
Has anyone
comes with the USA 1 stickers, but it's the wrong type of truck for that. So
yeah,
they did not make it on mine. I'll CCXRC it or something.
Has anyone made like I know it's the wrong body, but has anyone made a Chevy grill for it? Do you know?
I don't know that.
I say that's I'm not an anti-Ford guy. But
right. But if you're gonna do USA 1, you don't want that for sure.
Right.
That's one of that Ford right there though is probably one of my favorite trucks of all time.
Yeah. It's a nice one. We had one in our family.
79. If I could do it as the Bronco though. The 79 Bronco, that same I'm done.
Yep. What was that? What was that? No problem. Was that the monster truck Bronco?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a sweet one. Same year,
white,
I think.
Yellow 76. And white.
Yep.
Yeah,
very
same
cool
design for the most part. Yeah.
I had a 91 Bronco.
You're up. Oh, we have one that's kind of close-ish.
Do we?
Dude, no, nice choice.
So
that's a good one.
One of our other local hobby towns is doing Mini Z racing. I have not dipped my toe in Mini Z at all. I have not even seen them drive before, but everyone I talk to says, oh, they're so much fun.
Yep.
And I think it would be cool.
Keep talking. I just want to put that up there for you in a minute.
Yep. So yeah, I really think something like that would be cool. I love that Skyline body. I think that just looks sharp, and it'd be something that I'd be interested in doing. I mean, I've got the space at the shop to do something like that. Roll down a little piece of carpet and let them race in the shop. That would be fun. But like I said, it's funny because this list of mine has several that I don't know anything about that just have piqued my interest. And I'm like, I wouldn't mind playing with that.
I remember when that came out and I thought, I like it.
Yeah.
So I have a couple of them, but ours are not the 2-wheel drive. Oh, it's all-wheel drive. Yeah, that's what we have.
Yeah.
No. Are ours 2-wheel drive? No, they're all-wheel drive.
After's asking which hobby town is racing. It's the Redmond Hobby Town. Redmond, Washington is racing them. They have a little track set up. I think I talked about their what's it called? About their new store last week. It is phenomenal. It is a gorgeous store. Very, very nice.
So when I got one, I got two. So I was there with my buddy Jeremy, and we bought them and just started running them on the course they had at our hobby town.
Yeah,
and it was super fun.
And they look. I mean, are they fast?
They're quick.
Yeah,
they're quick. Yeah,
and it sounds like they just handle, like they just point.
They do. They hook up on carpet, especially, or with the foam tracks that they do. Yeah, they do really good. To answer the question from Crow Below real quick.
Yeah.
Want me to show it?
Yeah, do it.
Have we seen, I think this is what he's talking about. Is this?
Yep. Look at those.
So to answer his question, I say that right there. That's mine.
They look really cool.
Yep, and they're built on a Losi Mini platform.
Yep, right up your alley.
So go back to yours.
No, you're good. I can take mine off and we can move on to your next one.
That was a good one. I did not have any of those on mine.
Really?
The mini Z's. What was the last one we just did? Oh, I just did the Smasher. I'm trying to pull from my list of 14 and pare down now to what I really want. Okay, here's one. I know when I can drop. Let me just pull this up.
Charlie Schenkel says it's like slot cars with no slots. I like it.
There's one even more like that. Or no, they were like those Tamiyas where they had they were in the
wheels. Yeah.
Yeah, and the wheels on the side.
Yep.
So this was one I saw, and we've talked about it before, and I like the look of it.
Yep. Yep.
So it's up there.
You see K-Pop's video on it? He just added lights to it. Looks good.
Oh, in the front, really?
Yeah. Or
I don't love the wheels and tires on it, so I'd probably want to change it. They are off-road-ish, but
yeah,
they're kind of toy-looking-ish tires a little bit to me, but maybe in person they don't look as bad. Like in the video and stuff, I don't notice as much, but in the photos, again.
Right. The nice thing about rally car tires and wheels is they're pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Pretty
and
cheap.
there's several options. So pretty simple, easy to work on platform, brushed. But for the rally, again, I don't need it going blistering for what I want to do with them.
No.
It's just nice about having several of them with that look and just going out and making cool videos with them.
Yep.
Hitting and sliding in the dirt and
coming
over little hills. Don't need it catching big air and big jumps. Just coming off the ground just enough to look scale, So
for sure.
Team Associated, Apex 2. And I have the other stuff on that platform is super solid. So
super solid. I like it. So my Datsun is basically getting that treatment.
Yep, exactly. We've talked about it. Yep. I just like the look of this body here.
I think I'm going to kit bash.
That rally look.
So I have one of those. It came out a while ago. It was like a Hassem Rampage or whatever.
Okay.
I don't know, but it was a really fast little. But it has oil-filled shocks that are actually really nice. And so I'm going to see if I can put those on my Associated, which is like it's blasphemy. I should just get the kit from them. But it's like, I have one here that I don't drive. Let's poach.
I forgot Croblo Customs painted all those bodies.
Yeah. I hear something about adjustable wheelbase, but I don't know what they're talking about.
So the AE one that I just showed, the Team Associated, is available, and it's ready to run.
Yep.
It's not a kit. So that's the other reason I liked it, because to me it has one that looks a lot like that.
Yeah.
It's more licensed than that. Yep. But
he might be talking about they have a conversion kit too, a rally conversion kit for the Apex. But that's not
right.
Out
that is not out. I forgot about that. Yep, you're right.
So
Probably right.
we might be talking about that. That's yeah, and so we'll get there. But yes,
Yeah.
okay. So I'll. Oh, you saw the team associate. How
Those
does
are
the
fun.
van
We
look?
talked about those before. The vans look
Yeah,
cool. Do you
yeah.
see
How
it in
do
person or you saw it online? Like I haven't seen it in person
I
yet.
haven't seen it in person yet either, and I'm wondering how that's going to look in person. But yeah, okay. Racing Case says yeah, that's what he was talking about.
David Ferris asked if they have brushless chassis kits for those minis. Which minis was he asking
Mini
about?
Z's. I've
Mini
seen
Zs.
brushless.
Okay.
They have a brushless class for the Mini Z.
Okay.
I thought that's what he was talking about.
Okay. If not, if he's talking about the Smasher and all that, then no, it was about Mini Zs. It looks like. Okay. All right, you're up.
Okay, so RC Jeep guy said he was talking about the I-beam kit for the axial. I don't think that is an adjustable wheelbase because it has the trailing arm links on it.
Yep.
I think you would have to adjust your trailing arm length to have an adjustable wheelbase on that one. Okay, so my next one, add to stage. So hear me out on this.
I didn't do that one, but yes.
So this is the 14th scale, the reflex.
Yep, the smaller.
I have the truck, the Huna truck, and dude, like this is a really fun platform. Like it's quick. It's surprisingly quick. It's robust. I can't imagine breaking anything on it. I wasn't sending it off big jumps, but I was hitting jumps with it. It was a lot of fun, and it's 169 for RTR. Like,
okay,
that's a pretty good deal. And for what
that's
you get,
a really good deal. 159
for a unicorn, yeah. So it's a really fun. Like, it's the video I did. I should do another video on it, but it's so small, it's hard to capture it, like how fast it is and how nimble it is. But it's really, really good. Like it on the concrete surface, it just goes where you want it to. It's got a little bit of front end push, but all that stuff is tuning stuff that you can do with them. But being brushed and 2S out of the box, a blast. Like I would gladly take another one. Like that's how fun those ones are. So
Racing Case 87 says he bought Scale Builders Guild's 1/10 unicorn.
Oh, that's cool. That one,
cool.
he changed. I think he put like a 17 turn motor in that or a 13.5. I don't remember, but I thought I saw the video a long time ago where they sent them out a bunch of like the ESC and all the factory team stuff to put on there. So
it says especially when the body is $80 alone. Oof.
I don't know if the body's that expensive for the 14 scale. It could be, but I know the 10 scale bodies are pretty expensive. Even unpainted, they're pretty expensive. Yeah.
Southern Shocker. I'm not able to make it this weekend. See the Hall Brothers race, unfortunately. I am on this weekend working. I was gonna try to take it off, but some other people have it off, so I need to be there to set up and everything. All right. So my next one.
Ha!
Did I take one of yours?
Maybe.
I took the brushless one.
Yeah, I think I
do the brushed one for 150.
I think I did that one.
I have it. And there's a buggy version that's I think $10 more. And it's 16 scale buggy. It's a little bit bigger car.
Yeah.
I don't know. These little 18 scale mini T's are so cool. I have the brush one. I did a conversion on it when they first came out before they had the 2-in-1 systems for them.
Yeah.
And I don't remember what I got, Hobby Wing something. But yeah, just getting it ready to go brushless like this.
Yeah.
Is the way I'd go. They'll stand up and just run a wheelie.
So they had what was it? They had this racing at Die Hard last year on the same 10 scale track. And it was pretty rad seeing the mini T's flying around. I mean, they were they were taking the jumps. I mean, they weren't going for like doubles or triples, like maybe the double, but they were just ripping around the track on the 10 scale carpet track. It was rad. And they had a full class of them. If they brought that class back, I would seriously consider getting one again, or not
Yeah.
again, but just getting one for that.
So, and I have one of these, but it'd be nice to have two. Again, being able to race with the kids or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And I have the buggy, and that's brushless. I do have the 2-in-1 on that brushless. Right out of the box, I put it in.
Yeah.
But it would just be nice to have two.
Oh, for sure.
Matched exact like type of cars. So they're fun little rippers, and can't really take them in grass, stuff like that. They're a little too small for that.
Yeah.
But if you have like a baseball diamond or something with just like nice pack, kind of smooth dirt, they'll rip.
Yep.
They're awesome on carpet tracks for sure.
Yeah. Paul Fletcher.
Yes, that's true. Yeah. So they are the same parts, except the buggy is a longer chassis. But the arms and the other stuff are the same.
Nice.
So yeah.
Paul Fletcher, he said something about the Red Cat Thunder Drifts. We had two of those. I did a build series on one a long time ago where I made my own chassis for it and put it on the Vitara Suburban body. And then I was drifting that around. Those were really cool. That was the first car that I did a smoke show with. And one of the times I did a smoke show, they're belt driven, 4-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. And I completely smoked the belt. Like it was just melted. Oh, it was awesome.
So it's actually $20 more for this, but the brushless one of it. So they're very comparable. I like the bigger tires. I like the bodies on the Mini Bs and the covering the shocks.
Stadium truck, baby. That's the way to go.
Stadium truck. Yep.
So definitely the way to go. You ready for mine?
I can see it.
I know. Boom. Yes. I have a Phaser already, but I absolutely love that body. And I don't know.
Amazing.
I don't know why I haven't bought this one just to like have the body. Like it's so nice. Oh,
the color and everything on it is so good. I would want to buy a clear, people would be like, oh, I want a clear one, whatever, so it doesn't have the holes in it. I would never get the paint to look that good.
No.
So I would want to buy that and somehow try to plug the holes or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I would just leave it it is so good. So good. Like I would
rust over it. Maybe do rust effects over the top a little in a few spots.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I just love it. Like I love the overall look of that car or that truck. Solid.
For a company that's put so much attention into their bodies and they hear it every time they release a new one, when are they finally gonna get rid of
the mounts,
the body clips in the holes? I know. You know how many people would
jump for joy?
Maybe buy them like for the first time because they just don't because of that.
Well, okay, so
how many people say they love it but then don't get it because of the.
Here's my only gripe about, and it might just be my proximity to. Just my proximity because everywhere has different availability. There are no parts for this anywhere. Like the Phaser stuff, I've never broken one, but there's no like.
Not easy.
Yeah, there's no parts to like just change them up.
Yeah, but it's not like you have to buy Kyosho parts. It's not aftermarket, really.
Right. And the Kyosho parts are most of the time out of stock.
Yep.
So
it is kind of crazy.
Yep.
How much that is. Like they come in waves.
Yeah.
Like a shipment will come out of the blue and then. Yeah.
Yep.
I don't get it.
Eddie says he would be a Kyosho 10 scale guy if they didn't have the posts. Yeah. I'm with you.
Right.
I'm with you.
I'm thinking change it up a little here.
Oh.
Go back to my roots a little bit.
Let me guess.
Take it back.
Are you going Kyosho Mad Van? Going back to your. Did I call it?
Oh
Did I
no,
blow it?
that's the same link as something else. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
And
Uh-oh.
their search feature is not great on here.
Scale Metal Supply says, I feel like I saw this episode. No. You did not see this episode. This is all new.
We actually just talked about you a second ago.
Yeah, we did. A lot, actually. Talked about your buggy, your class 11s. And we talked about the Baja bed cage. Yep.
All right, so here it is.
Let's go. Present.
Presenting.
Ooh.
MT10.
Yeah. Solid.
Yep. I've never had the V2.
Uh-huh.
I had the original one and I didn't love the body. I actually like this body styling better.
Sure.
Than that blue and white one that they originally had. But overall the truck itself it would take a beating.
Yeah. That's what I've heard. I've never had one. They gave them out to Die Hard for their bash park.
Okay.
And I haven't heard many of people breaking them because for loaners at the bash park, I guess. I was like, whoa, you're loaning out a car at the bash park?
So I broke one, but it wasn't its fault. I had that one aluminum ramp that came in, the RC dash ramp.
Yep.
And it had these bolts that they used to assemble it. And on compression, the arm caught it and it just literally broke it.
Oof.
So it wasn't really its fault.
Yeah, it's open.
So I ended up putting rounded screw heads on it, which didn't look nearly as cool. But yeah, never had it happen again. But man, that thing would that was the only time I broke it, I think.
Yeah.
It was wicked.
I should get one of those because I need to get into bashing more, man. Like I don't bash at all.
And for $339, it's a solid basher, and fits in there with the ARMMA kind of lineup.
Yep.
The Granite. It feels, I think, a little bit more advanced in my opinion.
Really?
Than like the Granite and that, as far as the components, some like the shocks and some of that stuff seemed to hold up a little better. And the plastic, I don't know, it just felt a little bit more like when you're doing the big jumps where the other ones just feel like super plasticky when they land, which doesn't bother me. Like I don't care. Like I still love that 3S lineup like crazy.
Yeah.
I felt like this one was just a little bit more refined feeling as far as that went for driving. And I should have actually probably put the Kaiju in here. Where's that? I don't have that listed. I don't even know where that falls price wise, but it kind of reminded me of that a little bit.
Yeah.
But smaller.
Well, I wonder if it has the same chassis setup as my next one. And it's funny you put that because here's my next one.
Okay.
So I have one of these, and I don't know if you remember me calling you one day, and I was like, bro, is this even for real? Like, because I don't remember how fast I went with it on 3S, but out of the box, I feel like I hit like 50 or 60 or something like that on 3S. I mean, it was bananas fast. And I was like, is this for real? Like, and I did like multiple passes and it kept on hitting it. And I was like, is it really that fast?
What does it say there? Does it list the top speed?
No, no. But this thing's a ripper, man. And it's super durable. Like we beat the snot out of ours. Hopefully Jameson's not listening because I was like, yeah, we did okay on it. I gave it to him, but I replaced a lot of the parts on it just to tighten it up. But we did U4 racing with this one and put scale tires on it, and it was just flying over the rocks. And my first, so I got this, I pulled it out of the box, I put scale crawler tires on it. The independent suspension class calls for nothing above a 4.5 tire. So I put scale tires on it, went out and took second my first race with it. Like it is a solid, like handles like a race car. It drives like a race car. I mean, it's literally just the RTR version of their short course truck kit. Like it's a really good truck. And it looks so good. It looks so good when it's got the mud flaps on
Can
it and
you
all that.
click
the
into
lights.
it
Yeah.
and show the other
Oh.
picture? Yeah.
So that's the other picture of it.
Okay.
That's the only other picture they have of it. But it's got headlights and tail lights and mud flaps. I don't know why. I'm a sucker for mud flaps. I think they just look cool.
They do.
But
Nice little race truck.
yeah, so this one is $339.
That's
RTR.
not bad.
No, RTR. For as solid as it is, and you can get parts for it like all the time. At least I can here. It's pretty good. I like it. What's Paul Fletcher saying about the Kaiju?
He'd gotten it on sale for $335. That's crazy.
Oh, nice.
How's it going, Dean Young? Their oval car, Pilot Ryan says the SR10 is fast and awesome as well.
Yeah, so that's the same chassis, Tony, as a DK10, the SR10. So it's a fun, like that's a fun
That's like the old school looking, yeah,
Monte
like Monte
Carlo.
Carlo
Yep.
esque. Yeah,
They race
I always
those.
like the look of those things.
They race those on the oval up here, and they have oval track stock class racing with that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. All right, so I think my next one is on a lot of people's lists. You can't get it online, so
Uh-oh.
you have to get it in your local shop. And you probably want the red, white, and blue one, Mr. America. I think the green, white, and black is the best looking
That's
one.
nice. It's nice.
But yeah. So I don't even know that much about it. I know it's a little mini basher.
Yeah.
And with the videos I've seen and everybody that's talking about it is absolutely loving it.
What scale is it?
It's 18th scale.
Oh.
So it's about the size of like the mini LMTs.
Oh.
So people are like, I don't know which one to get. These are only 129, which also made it for with a battery and charger. And that's where people are like, man, the LMT Mini is overpriced because they're comparing it to this, which is a brush monster truck. That's 118 scale.
Yeah.
Completely different ballpark of a build.
Yep.
Completely in every single way that is possible.
Sure.
But they look so cool. And I've always been a sucker for these mini bashers, even from like the WL Toys days of their little minis.
Yep.
Which were always like way overpowered, like 540 cans in a little 18 scale.
Yeah.
And they'd go so fast.
We had those. They were a blast, but I would always blow up the drive lines on them.
Yep.
Drive lines would always blow up.
So anyway, these look really fun.
Yeah.
So that's on my list. $129. That's just a great price.
That's what I need to do. I need to get so I have a Granite, the 10th scale, and I never drive it because I just completely destroyed the body. So I don't have a body that fits it. And so I need to just and those are the kind that I don't like buying bodies for because they're just going to get trashed when you go out and play with it. But I need to buy a body so I can go out and do it.
Yeah.
Yep.
The struggle's real.
Struggle's real. I know.
What's going on, Dirk? He said Sergeant J has one of these.
Nice.
He's bashing the heck out of it. Looks like a lot of fun. It does.
I
almost drove up to the hobby store today to get one.
Yeah.
Yesterday. I didn't have enough time. I think it was today because I took my son to his piano lessons and I was like, can I make it there and back?
Don't you hate that? Oh man,
I don't think I can.
Yeah.
And it's not like at a music store where you could just sit in the lobby. It's at somebody's house. So I was like, I don't think I can do that. Eddie's RC said he was looking at one.
Yeah. So Michael, I don't know how to say your last name. That's not his last name. I just don't know how to say his last name. Heike, maybe. How do these run in the snow? I would say that an 18 scale, not good. Yeah. I mean, if you have maybe
a dusting would drift.
Yeah, an inch and under.
Not even an inch. Not even an inch.
You don't think so?
Because the clearance, nah.
All right.
I think a dusting, like lightly, just just covering cement, like the
Yeah.
thinnest possible, would be fun.
So I will tell you, my highest viewed short was of my Pro 4 bashing in the track in the snow in my backyard.
Yeah.
It was so much fun. Like, it was just ripping in the snow. It looked like a snow rally. It was cool.
He says you nailed it, Heike.
Oh, nice. Nailed it. All right. The Grom is clipless. Ooh, no accumulation. Okay, you ready for mine?
Yes.
And surprise.
Wait a second. Oh, phew. So close. All right, you're good. You can have that one.
Okay, so again, going to that, this one I would drive, but there's something about those Tamiya kits that I really like. And this one is like, I think I might pick one up on Thursday. It's 130 bucks. And just because I'm going down for an install.
You just want to, I've been craving 1,000 sticker pack from Tamiya. That's all you can think about is 1,000 stickers.
I know.
You just need them for all of your builds that you do.
Well, and I really like building them. Like, I like the builds that they, like the build process of them. Like, I don't know what it is about them. Like, they're just something that's relaxing. And I know I'm not building like this super, what I don't understand, and this is just me not knowing, is that the people that race the TT02s, like, have all this secret sauce and like all the like part. And I was like, I didn't know you could do that much with that car. And I just want to keep it stock and just rip it around in the yard. You know what I mean? Like,
are you gonna get bearings?
Yeah, I'll probably get bearings. Maybe. I don't know. The bearings, I don't know about the back in my backyard. Okay. So the reason why I would say I might stay with the bushings in my backyard is because I have a high sand content ratio.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah. But bearings and shocks, yeah.
I really like these. I like all of these Subaru based.
Yeah.
Ones.
They look good. I like that the Tamiya potato. I like the way Tamiya. Okay, Matt. Is that like the Midwestern way to say Tamiya? Tamiya?
I say Tamiya.
Okay. I think I'm gonna post that after the show tonight as a community post, and I'm gonna phonetically spell it all out. To building a TTO, chopping wood with a hammer. That bad? I've never built a TTO2, so I'll take your word for it.
Oh my gosh! Wait, so click through a few of the pictures. What is the what is that? The semi truck platform. What is that built on? Is that a TTO2?
What are you talking about?
The semi truck, the race
down
one?
Here?
No, it's not. Never mind.
No.
Oh, see, look at those bodies, though. So many good bodies.
I know. Okay. Moving on. On to yours.
Well, I like something very similar that I have, but it's pre-built for me.
We're not keeping track of what I had that on my list.
Did you?
I took it off though.
Oh.
Because I was like, I can't put that and the truck on my list. So I took, yeah.
Okay. Well,
is
if I
that
were
out
to
yet?
get a phaser,
it is out.
I would get this one.
Nice.
Yeah. And I would put all the stickers on it because
you don't want to be
why even ship it without them? Just put the stickers on. This is what people want.
It'd be your high school or early college. I don't remember what year those.
I love it. Absolutely.
2006. Oh,
love
I've been out of college. Man, I'm getting old.
This one's even cooler.
It's pretty bad when you're like, man, that car is old. And you're like, oh, it came out after I was out of college.
I'm changing my pick.
What?
So this is the one I want. The one that pre-order, the new one.
Okay. So what's the
that's
difference?
Even cooler.
It's just the STI version?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yep.
Either one. Rally, if I'm going to do one of these phasers, because that's what I do with all of them anyway.
Yeah.
Like the poor 57 Chevy. Poor 57 Chevy. Can they go in snow? Well, I got sent one to review, and guess what? It was snowing outside, and it's an on-road, and we drove it in the snow.
Yep.
But yeah, no, these Subarus are fantastic looking. There's a dude here that has like 3 of them in his yard that he has all stickered up and has them all rallied out. These
I love the way that they sound too in real life. Oh,
yeah,
so good.
So I again, the rally scene to me really has my interest, and I hope that there's more stuff coming to do with that.
I'm going to be making some videos at our racetrack. There's a perfect place to do rally, indoor or outdoor. It's a horse barn, and it's got lights, and it's all level. And so I'm going to be doing that. And then there's also my backyard that we started working on. So once we get some drier, we have dry weather this week, but it's cold, so I'm not getting out there, and I'm busy with work. So, okay, you ready for this one?
Somebody's saying that the Euro trucks are the same. So is it a TTO2 platform? Oh, TTO1. There's a TTO1 Type E. And that what you showed was a TTO2?
Right.
Okay. I don't know the difference, but now we know.
Now you know. One number.
Brad would know.
Boom.
Whoa. That's over. 389. You lose.
Oh, no. I was looking. There's another one that was there. That was under 389. Hold on. Where is it?
You just broke the whole competition.
I clicked on the wrong one. You shut your face. This one, I don't remember what I clicked on. Okay, so to my point, where is it? See, there they are. 269. Run cam wasp. There, Tony, you happy? Wait for it to load. It's just got a different camera on it. It's the same drone. It has a different camera. There.
The wasp.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just a different camera setup. Okay, so here's the thing. I need someone to hold my hand through this process. I've wanted to get these for probably the last 5 years. I've wanted to get into these. And I haven't, because I know it's a high dive into stuff that I have nothing for. Like I have some batteries that I could use on it probably, but I don't have. And one of the things that is like holding me back are the goggles, because I have a huge head and my glasses are big. So I have to find goggles that fit over all that action. But
yep.
Really,
you can well, usually there's like a focus switch on the goggles, so you should be able to take your glasses off and do the focus.
Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like
do you do that with cameras ever? Like they've got that little dial on the eyepiece, and you dial that in to focus.
No, I've got really bad eyesight. Like I'd still be looking at a blurry screen.
Well, it's blurry anyway, because if you ever seen what those cameras send you.
No, actually, when you get a chance, look at this one, and then look at the DJI one. It's 4K 120. It's pretty good. And
to the goggles, or that's what they record?
Oh no, that's what they record. But
to your goggles is going to depend on your goggles. A lot of things. It's usually very staticky, and
yep.
And they've gotten better, but because I actually have like the original Tiny Whoop still.
You do?
Yeah. And I have another one new in the box. It was the blade made them. Wasn't Tiny Whoop brand. I had Tiny Whoop motors for it, but whatever the original Blade Minis were. Yeah.
No, I've been wanting one of these. I have the Phantom 3 Pro. I don't know. It's just a big one. It's nice. It makes really good cinematic stuff, but they are, I want something that I can rip around and, fly next to the UDR and catch that, doing an orbit around a car while it's jumping, kind of a thing, like the monster truck stuff is going on.
Yeah.
So Black Market says I got Coke bottle, and I said they're called BCGs. That's what they call birth control glasses. What do you get? Big ones. Yeah. But So but the thing is, I don't know anything about this stuff. Like it'd be like going on a deep dive into not knowing anything.
Yeah. I know some of the new DJI stuff is very clear.
Yeah.
With
It's
their
also very
goggles.
expensive though. Their
Very
goggles,
expensive.
I was looking at their goggles, and their goggles alone are like $700.
Yeah. Well, even my Fat Sharks were back in the day. They were like $500, but then you had to buy the antennas and
Yep.
the little, you'd choose which, module you'd use for your receiver and all that.
Right.
Yeah, so they got expensive. They were at least $750 by the time you were done building them.
Right.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And then it still looked like crap. And you're like, what was the cost of these again? Like the $60 ones from Banggood were just as clear.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But they could record, and which I needed for making the videos back in the day.
Yep. And so the nice thing about these and the DJI camera one that's on there, that's $389. The video on the DJI camera. So typically what they do is you run your FPV camera and then put a GoPro or some sort of action camera on top of it that captures the flight in, high res, high frame rate, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But these cameras, or at least the DJI one, I'm not sure about the RunCam one. But the DJI one, it's butter. It looks really good. And it's super stable. Before there used to be a lot of, they call it jelloing, because I used to be into drones. Before I got back into RC, I was getting into drones, and I had a couple quadcopters, I guess you would say. I had a couple, but nothing like they do now. Like none of this racing stuff, none of this fast stuff. The crazy thing to me that I can't get over is that it's still only giving you 3.5 minutes of flight time, which is crazy. But
it's little batteries, so it's gonna be.
Says Pablo looking at all this 200 plus stuff when actually he just needs to upgrade his mouse.
He just needs a better mouse pad.
That mouse pad, yeah. I got a good one. Yeah, Autel makes drones, and they're here locally. I actually wanted to get one before I got my Phantom 3, but they were still pretty fresh at that time, and they were pretty expensive. They were comparably expensive to the Phantom, but at the time they didn't have the trust that DJI had. So, in my eyes, anyway. So I didn't go with them, but they're local to us. What do you got, Tony?
What do I got? I'm up.
I'll do that one. I don't know what number we're on. We've got to be getting pretty close.
We are on. I'm going to be doing number 8.
Okay.
So this one is a little bit different reason that I would get this one. It's just so people would stop asking me if I'm going to get it. The Gorgon.
Really?
It's a monster truck for $170, 2-wheel drive. People are making them into really fun little bashers, brushless, whatever.
Yeah.
I've got enough brushless motors I could drop in one so easy. And the color scheme is awesome, I think, on this one. Kind of reminds me of Snakebite a little bit, this little fang kind of thing coming here, but yeah, a little cage in there. But yeah, just monster truck in it. But honestly, it's really just to do a video on it because I get that question so often. I would love to do a review on it for him. So, but I can't just go buying everything under the sun, and I don't have a need for it.
Yeah.
So it literally is just for the sake of doing the thing. Yeah. So that's why I put it on my list.
Yep.
Just kind of being funny with that one, but
sure.
It's awesome if people are looking though, like, and it's like a younger kid's first RC or whatever. It'd be like what I started with, basically.
Yeah. So
very simple and easy to work on, 2-wheel drive. Just take it and beat it up.
Yeah. I talked about this with O Canada RC on a podcast a couple episodes ago, and this one falls in a category that is like a no-brainer for someone, like you said, getting into RC. Like, it is just and especially, think of your, and I don't mean this like it's for young kids, because it's for everyone getting into RC, but I mean, imagine being, 12 years old and getting your hands on something like this. Like,
Yeah.
it's pretty cool. But like when we were talking about it, I was talking about how it's like they got to start making more commercials, like the old Tyco commercials, not just like the show reels, but
Yeah.
an
For
actual,
these. Yeah.
yeah, like a
Yeah.
real commercial for it. Because when you look at the cost of this versus you look at the cost of like an iPad, you could get 2 or 3 of these and have the whole family of kids out there running them and racing against them and learning how to work on them and blah blah blah, for the same price.
Yeah. And it's actually interesting. Did you see the drive on this?
Yeah, it's like the old, what was the old one called? The Vortex, or the very first one that
Yeah.
they came out with?
Yep. But it had that little diff in there
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing. Where
Mm-hmm.
is it at?
It dropped down. It's like there you go.
There. Just drops out, and then all that stuff kind of drives to it and hits it.
Yeah,
But yeah, very simplistic, easy to work on, change out.
solid too. I mean, ARMMA is gonna. It's probably way over engineered for a brushed motor.
Yeah. Well,
You
they
know,
know people are going to not keep it.
right?
So, yeah, the 2-wheel drive Slash is just it's quite a bit more. It's not $170. What's a 2-wheel drive Slash go
I
for?
thought it was 239.
No, not Slash, a Stampede. Oh,
Oh,
he's saying Slash, but it'd be a Stampede would be the comparable monster truck, which is what I started with.
yeah.
Wow. Just why not show the truck? Highest price. Hey, that.
Or
Wow.
put kit.
I just typed Stampede. Yep, it was. That's a 4x4. Maybe I have to go to Trax's site.
Dad's RC
Now they've
Garage
gone
is saying
brushless with them, haven't
199.
they? So they're $199. The ones that were see, this is a kit I would do. Look at that, 186.
That was on my list and I took it off. Yeah, that was on my list and I took it off. I was like,
The Bigfoot one I think was like 230 for the 2-wheel Stampede Bigfoot. Yeah, 230. So that's I guess what I was thinking. I'd never really seen these ones. And they don't have good monster truck tires either. So I'd only get this one if I was doing the Stampede.
I'd get the black.
Because of the look.
I'd get the Blackfoot.
But yeah.
Older.
I'm saying if I was doing a Stampede. But hey, charger and everything with it now. Not bad.
If you like
But
that NIM battery.
$70 more or $30 more. Either way. But
I think it's cool. I like the black
tires.
wheels.
The only reason I said this one, I think it's a great starter platform. Either one of them, like a 2-wheel drive monster truck, is super fun.
Mm-hmm.
So if I was going to get something that was not as fast, I'm okay with it with these because they do wheelies and other kind of fun stuff when they jump. So
yeah,
and they do slap wheelies and that, which you don't really get with some of the other.
especially
like if you had a Slash, it was 2-wheel drive and brushed, and it was just kind of slow and they bounce in the body route.
A brushed stadium truck though can air out pretty good on a 2S lipo. Like it can air out pretty good. We've taken them to the truck.
But
yeah, for sure. I'm just saying like that. It's a little different air experience when you're greasing landings and stuff like that with the stadium truck versus. I'm just talking across the board. The Losi stadium truck, the Slash stadium truck, the Pro 2, all that kind of stuff, all in the same category. But still fun. You ready for mine?
Yep. So anyway, David said he meant Stampede, and I think it's a very solid platform. And I drove the wheels. I still have mine. I have 3 of them actually, the original.
That's a lot.
Monster Jam ones.
Boom.
You did it. I almost put it on.
Dude, this thing
It's really fun.
It's really fun.
But I actually almost so I looked at that and I looked at the other rally car that we did.
Mm-hmm.
And I would probably put this on. The rally car is just kind of expensive for
For what it
two-wheel
is.
drive. Yeah.
Well,
I know it's
it's four-wheel
brushless, but
drive.
it's
Are you talking about what are you talking about? The Apex 2?
no, the little ones we have.
Oh, what are you talking about? The little ones we have. The Reflex?
The DK10.
Oh, the DK10. Yeah.
So I looked at this and the DK10. I went with the MT10 instead.
Yeah. Yep.
And then
Now,
the other rally car.
yeah, this one blew my mind.
Yeah.
Because I had not truthfully, like I have phasers, but we just put drift tires on them right out of the box. And I took this out and it, already had the rubber tires on it. And it blew my mind how well it handled and how it was fun to carve. And then I put drift tires on it and it blew my mind how fun it was to slide around.
Yeah. The decals weren't fun on this.
They were easy.
For the wheels, the wheel wells, nah. The two
Super
pieces
easy.
and lining them up.
Super easy. Come on, Tony. I did a video on it.
So
Spray
did
some
I.
Windex on
Slide them around. Yeah. Ain't got time for that.
it. That's what I'm saying. Like, you just got to do it right, Tony. No, but this thing was awesome. And I think the expandability of it, being able to put a brushless motor in it, mine's turning into a rally car. I like the look of it. It's unique as an RTR for that truck. It's not a sedan or a coupe, but it's a lot of fun. The tires are really nice. I really like the tires on it. I don't know like what else to say. It's just it's fun. It jumps sort of. I mean, it's like kind of a
I jumped
basher.
it. I went crazy with it.
Yeah.
Remember? Yeah.
Yeah. I did too.
Yep.
What would the king of RC get? He says.
For what?
For this.
He would get a Primal RC and say it only cost him $300. Like,
are you gonna cut the chin?
I mean, I got this one for $50. I haven't got it yet, but I have a really nice Primal RC coming. I found on Facebook that have these ads going. It's like $50. It should ship sometime soon. I mean, it's been about 6 months, but I think it's going to drop here any day.
So the answer is yes. I already did. I trimmed it back, so it's actually above the bumper piece here.
Yep.
And I raised the suspension up, so it's
looking really good.
Thanks. And the thing is you can't. What I realized is I was going to get,
Did you put the stickers on those, or did you paint those wheel wells?
No, it's stickers. All stickers.
Windexed
and heat, just a little bit. So what you do is you put your Windex on, and you float the main part of the panel, and then where the edges are, you just do that really quick, and then it softens it up just enough just to push it out.
Huh.
Or I guess you didn't see that, this wheel. Like this. Just go really fast, and it just warms it up enough where you can slide it down nice and smooth.
Huh.
All day. Yep. Did I drop you? Is it still going?
No, I'm here.
Okay. I'm getting a call. Which
I can hear it. I hear it buzzing.
Yeah, which is odd because it's my buddy. Look at this. I'm just going to show his face. Tell me you train special forces without telling me you train special forces.
Okay. I train elite fighters. That's cool.
Like that's just the way he looks, right? Hold on, I'm gonna message him.
His Colorado hat was pretty cool. I think that's what that was. Little bear on it. All right, so I moved. This is number 9. I've been waiting. So this is actually number 2. This is my number 2 choice under $350. So this is getting
Okay.
to the top of my list. Very, very near the top of my list. Bam. ARMMA Big Rock. I had it in the last
Oh.
list for the 6S.
Oh.
I could have done the
Just
Granite. The Granite's
squeaking by.
$329. The Granite is $329.99, so you could save a little money.
Yeah.
But there's just these tires alone, I think, are worth it. Like, I've blown some of the new Granite tires. I don't know what it is. I've never had that happen before. But like my kids, like the new Granite was mine, right? So I'm like, don't bash this one. We've got all these 3S vehicles. This one is mine. I don't know if I told them that, but that's what I thought about it in my head. I'd only have driven it a few times, and it's still like pristine and awesome bashing. And they break their stuff. They just it's more so it's my stuff, but they break it, and I'm just like, just hands off this one, guys. Like, but apparently all the other ones went down. They had a friend over, and I came out, and the tire's just blown up on it, like just missing a big chunk of rubber. And I'm like, what the heck, you guys? Like,
Yeah.
so you can't just get a single tire. You got to buy a set of 2.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, you know. So it's like a $35 fix. It's not like breaking an A-arm that's like $8 or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
So I take the Granite out, and we do that tree flip. You know, we had another friend over, and I was showing his kid. I'm like, oh yeah, we can just backflip the tree. They're like, really? I'm like, yeah, all day long. And I'm like, we could probably drive it up the tree and backflip it, like instead of just doing like a quick flip off.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I bet we could do a double flip. And so I just peg it like in the air, pop, tire just blows up. I'm like, what the crap? Like, 2 tire, like I just put this tire on like today. So I couldn't be mad at them for doing it. It's just the compound doesn't take it. Like these Big Rock tires don't even balloon like that at all. Just like they're super soft on the Granite. So I just think this one overall, as a driver out of the box, is probably the best in the 3S lineup, in my opinion.
Sure.
Of like these bigger tired basher ones. It's better than the Vortex. It's better than the Granite. Senton drives different. Typhon drives different. But of like those 3 like monster truckish ones, this one all day long for me.
Looks awesome. Again, I gotta get into something like that. I just I gotta just send it and be like, feel okay by sending it. Like, bring the ramps out to the little beach out here, so I'm landing on sand. I know sand's probably not the easiest to land on, but it seems better than concrete. But I don't know. I need to get on there.
All right, so we need people to start posting what their top 1, 2, or 3 would be that they would get under $350 now. Yeah. I just didn't want them like making me change my mind. If I saw in the comments, I'd have been like, and I'm gonna change to that one.
Yep.
Because I didn't think of that. I just want to do the ones that I had and not be. But yeah. These ones are absolutely, I mean, the Granite I absolutely love.
Yeah.
But yeah, for some with this new version of them, the tires, like that used to be my go-to. I even swore by it over like the Max when the Max came out. Like, and I was telling a kid that, and he's like, well, can I buy it off you? And I'm like, well, I guess, like, and then I got another one because I needed to have it back. But no, I actually bought this instead. And then I wanted a Granite again, and so I bought the Granite, and I thought that maybe I'd like it better than the Big Rock, and I don't.
What's the Minokawa? It says how does a 110 Big Rock compare to the original 110 Minokawa from the Creighton Forest?
I don't know what that is. What a Minokawa is.
Me either. Sounds like a Pepto-Bismol commercial.
Kyosho Riviera?
Yeah, it's a phaser.
Okay.
It's pretty sick. That one almost made it.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, Green Lantern mobile, almost.
Yeah. All right. So what's your number 9?
Right there.
Oh, you've been talking about this.
Yeah. That's it. That's the one that's like, it's like going along the lines of the model stuff. Like it's the unicorn. It's funny. It's the last episode was all Losi, and this episode was a lot more all associated for me. A lot of us,
Yeah.
it's like different price points for different things. But this one
So I actually
is
had
what are they pricing?
2 of them in mind too. I had the team associated, which I don't. Do we have them in the over 350? I don't think I did have any associated in there.
No,
Well,
I
it's
had
actually
an
right here. I
MT8.
don't. It was all Losi and ARMMA, Sen, Axial, Primal.
I had the MT8 in mine, and I think that's it.
Oh, I had Traxxas too. X-Max. Yeah, this one I have a way different. There's not even a Losi. Oh yeah, the Mini T. There it is.
Yep. I guess I must not have had mine on there. I had it on there at one point, but I must have taken it off. So this one, it looks too good. It looks too good. I'm crossing my fingers as that they come out with another kit that's a drivable kit. Like hopefully they repop some of the parts for it. Now I don't know what that does to the collectors out there. Tony freeze.
I did freeze. Am I back now?
You're back. I don't know how long I froze for.
It all went like spinning wheels and stuff.
Yeah, I saw that too. So what I was saying is I don't know what this does to the purist. So if they make a repop of this kit,
does it hurt the value?
Well, I don't even know that, but does it hurt the feelings of the purist now? You know what I mean? Like, because honestly, if they
they could get one to run now. I would buy one then and get one and run it.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So
then keep my original. Yeah, and buy it for parts so you have them.
Yep.
I think StreamYard might have hiccuped. Is what I think happened there. Something happened for sure. The Minakawa are the tires, the old tires that ARMMA used to use. The D-Boots Minakawa. Gotcha. I looked it up. But yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what it does, man. I don't think so. But that thing, you got to click through some pictures.
Yeah.
Because they're so good looking.
It's very nice.
And I wouldn't paint the body at all. I just leave everything clear.
Yeah. Hold on. Is this gonna? Yeah. I mean, look at those shocks. Something about those shocks and the clear collars.
Yeah.
It's just like, so good. Look at that transmission. They posted a picture of the exploded transmission yesterday, and I was like, that's just too hot. Too hot.
I'm looking at what everybody's saying here. Oh, see, that just looks good.
Doesn't it, though, with the white plastic? Oh, man. And see, what I would do is I would actually go around it and put LEDs underneath it in certain places so it just had a glow to it on the shelf.
On the shelf, you mean?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because you wouldn't run it, would you? I wouldn't. Because once it gets dirty, there's no going back.
Would that be my one YouTube breakout video if I took this and I sent it over a house?
Yes.
Would that make me a real YouTuber?
It probably wouldn't draw in anybody that's not in the RC community. So
yeah,
but you might get RCers to watch it.
That would be my YouTube headline: 40-year-old RC car goes flying over a house.
The Losi V100s, those are going really cheap right now.
Yep, I almost had one of those on my list. I actually was looking at what's the drag car? Not the 18th or 16th scale, but the 10th scale drag car, Losi 22, I think is what it is.
The truck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was looking at them and I thought they were in stock on the Horizon site because they were like 150 or 149 on the Horizon site. And I was like, I'm going to buy 2 of those right now. And then I went to go click on it and they were out of stock. I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
Blitz RC says still prefers the Sand Scorcher for his nostalgic ride. Yeah. It's a cool one. I was looking at the Kyosho. I don't know what that one is, the Sand Bug or whatever it's called.
Yep.
I was looking at that one today.
All right. Should we do my number 1 now?
Uh-huh.
Can anybody guess?
Hold on. Thomas saying he hopes we do a show that focus on the kits that we want to.
Oh.
Maybe that'll just be an unlimited list.
Yeah.
We'll see. Yeah, I don't know. I think what you want is those little associated Rocket League cars with the ball.
No segment of RC rose and fell faster than drag. That's what happened.
Hey, that'll get you canceled. Just kidding. Just saying.
Yeah. I have one of those Losi drag, the Summit one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to do something with straight axle crawlers, do the mega truck mud pit dragging where they do the horseshoe where they come down, they go down and they turn and they come back and then they're like wide open going down a straightaway. I think that would be fun in the mud.
Yeah. But
Dad's
that
like,
segment would rise and would never really rise, but it would fall pretty quick.
Oh, yeah.
It would just be a few people. But this is my number 1, of course.
Yep.
Under 350, the new Losi LMT Mini 4x4 brushed monster truck.
Yep. That's the one I want.
Yep. They're pretty awesome.
Blitz RC said,
I don't foresee these coming out with mini bog hogs and all that, other than people doing it themselves. I don't think the market's there for it.
No.
So,
nah.
And did I see that Dennis Anderson sold his King Sling ride truck?
What?
Experience truck? I thought I saw that on some dude's
Why would he do that?
Instagram. I don't know. Because people were all up in arms about who it was sold to and all that, and what tour it was going to be going on, what monster truck group.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, but yeah, so the LMT Mini, this was the hardest thing to not talk about for the last month and a half or so, but they're really good. It's a really, really fun release, and I'm super stoked. So 3 years ago, was it when did I move? So at least 3 years ago, man, it had to have been 2020.
2021.
It was pre-COVID.
For what? The LMT?
So the LMT came out, right?
Uh-huh.
And then they came and sponsored the big No Limit World Finals at Digger's Dungeon. Chris Higa came, Brian Nunez, Greg Sopa. And so like the team came, and then I shot interviews with them for like that behind the innovation series that they do. I don't remember the name of the actual series, but that's basically the idea of it, is like kind of a behind the scenes look at the builds. So I recorded them for that, but I handed Chris Higa one of the mini trucks that I was working on. The SCX 24s converted to monster trucks with like the AMT model kit tires, and we were taking all that stuff. And
yeah,
I think I had a ECB 3D printing chassis for it, maybe at that time. And I think I also had the one from Southwest Monster Shop. I don't remember.
One.
So I had a couple of these and I was testing motors and we were trying to figure out ways to do it. And I handed him one. I'm like, you guys just need to do this. Like, you
Yeah.
guys make these. And I handed him like a set of tires and stuff to just test out, you know. And they went a whole different route, of course, which is better with going to LMT and going bigger, a little bit bigger.
Right.
Still not huge when you really look at the inches side of it that I kind of pointed out in some of the little reels things I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that much bigger than the FCX 24 ones. It just, the whole mass of it is, but like width wise and length wise, not a ton, but you get the height and it just looks bigger overall bodies. But yeah, it's pretty awesome. And so, 3 years later now, you know, the processing of all of that and coming up with this. So, and they didn't leave anything. Really, they just made a mini LMT and it's awesome.
What sold me was the video you did for Ryan Anderson in their on the dirt.
Yep.
Because that's like the raw.
Oh, yeah, straight up racing.
Just sending it. And it
and
just
freestyling, man.
Well, that's what I mean. Like it was just they just seemed to like do good. Like they looked really awesome.
Yeah. The so I snuck down there. I drove down this time. And it was kind of a little last minute ish. And Ryan just let me stay with him. So I just stayed with Ryan for 2 nights. And Race was there. And you know, Westing was there. And then we went to Adam's house at one point to finish it. But we started at the museum, which is looking fantastic now.
It looks rad. Yeah, they were just starting
really
that
fun.
when we were there for Kingsling.
Yep, they were just there. We used the room that was like the seating, like the little movie spot.
Yeah.
For storing all our boxes and gear and junk. So, and they just brought in some of the old trucks and like the grain silo piece that was in there when we were there. But so it's knocked out of the park. They're quick, you know, for a brush motor, they're fast. If you're on carpet, if you got traction, it'll wheelie right up. You can hit the brakes and throw it into, you know, a moonwalk.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have traction anywhere we were really running it, so we were bringing like little carpet pads out at one point. But you could switch the mode right on the ESC to forward, reverse, instant. You know, which we couldn't figure out at first.
Yeah.
And then I was looking at the next day. I'm like, oh, you guys were idiots. It's like right here. So yeah, but yeah, lights, working lights, the cage, everything. I got it here.
David Ferris hit the nail on the head. Absolutely hit the nail on the head. He says, I'm really excited to get my hands on one of these. I love the LMTs, but I don't have the space to run them. The Mini will be perfect in my backyard.
So these, I would say, even in my house, will be tight. Down here in the basement, like if you have a big living room or you got a huge basement, totally. Or a garage, you know, open, like a whole bay that's open in a garage or something.
Or like a dirt racetrack in your backyard.
Or dirt. Oh, you've got dirt race, yeah. And I just did it in my sand. That's why the tires are so sandy.
Dude, they'd be perfect in my pen in the backyard. Perfect. Like,
well, even for the area that I have, it gets small quick with the 110 scale.
Yeah.
But with these, the options that I can do for layouts is immense. Like, it's really a great yard runner. Actually, for what they're doing down at Hall Brothers Racing, this size would be perfect in that room to do races with.
Yeah.
Where the 10 scales, like it's tight and there, you know, you're watching your ankles and shins.
Yeah. What size of servo does it run?
It's a mini servo.
Okay. So like a Chihuahua would fit in there?
Yeah. Yep. But you'd lose your servo saver.
Why?
Same servo saver because it's not. These are 20, not 25 tooth. Mini.
Oh, I see.
But yeah, metal chassis. The cage in them is insane.
It looks so good.
So it doesn't come with another way to mount bodies currently. So that would be one thing that would be
But what body would
really
you get
good.
that would fit the wheelbase? Like,
Anything that you'd put on, well, you could do the Fury and that by Furitech, and that would look like a King Sling body. You could do any of the Traxxas ones. This is, I mean, it's 18 scale. This body is the size of the TRX 4M 18 scale. It's the size you could put the van on, the rock van.
really?
Yeah, those are 18 scale, right? So you could totally rock that on here. Put the van body on here.
Oh,
Now that I'm
wow.
thinking about that, that's actually a fantastic idea.
It's Black Market says J Concepts has a 16 scale square body Chevy.
That would probably fit on here. Be a little big,
Yes.
maybe, but
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, the only thing is the diffs. Like for freestyle, look how
Yeah.
caked up that is, and that it's not. They're open. Like
Yeah.
they're not sealed. They're not in a case.
Right. I
So to
saw
really
that.
lock it up is going to be tricky. So hopefully they'll have a locker for the people that just want to really freestyle them and take it
Yeah.
easy and do that.
I feel like someone's got to make a
But-
sealed diff for it. You know what I mean? Like will come out. Like the market will dictate that. Hopefully, I don't
Yeah.
know, or I don't know if we're just the nerd people that want that. But
Trio makes a 25T micro servo saver.
there you go.
And there's no back to this tray, so you can totally put a big servo on here. There's no
Nice.
back on it,
Nice.
and it won't really hit anything.
There you go.
So yeah, I'm gonna have to get a bunch of Mighty Chihuahuas out again. I'll have to have them made
Hopefully they sell the front axle only, like the
for
whole
forced steer.
Yeah. That'd
Oh,
be
I'm
rad.
sure it's already listed, parts
That'd
and all
be
that.
wicked. So I've never.
But all you should need are the outer parts of the axle.
Right. Yeah.
Just these
Well,
outer-
unless the link
outer
is
knuckles.
different. I thought the links were different on the LMT or where the link mount was.
Nope.
Hmm.
You know, you should only need. They look the same.
James
You have
RC
to-
says,
in fact, it has a spot there where you'd put the servo. So what you need is you'd have to get the front.
CVDs or whatever.
No, you just have to get the mount for the servo that goes over the links.
Right. But then you need the axles, the CVD axles, like to be able to turn it.
Oh yeah. The internal part of your axles.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So I've never bought anything on pre-order. And this is gonna be I forgot to do it the other day when I was looking, and A-Main said that it wasn't gonna be there till after Christmas. I kind of was like, And then I found out that Horizon still had it, so I'm like, now I gotta get it. It's gonna be a gift though. I'm only gonna do one at a time.
Yeah. I mean, I think the value's there. Knowing that we used to spend $500 on these,
Oh,
and
for
even if we were
sure.
to take the FMS Smash, that's $150. After I said the upgrades that I wanted for it, you're already over 2 something.
Yeah.
And with the scale axles, just everything's beefed up.
Well, it seems like if you really wanted to get crazy and throw a mini B brushless in there, it would fit, right? Same motor size, same can size.
No.
No.
It's bigger.
What is?
This is bigger. This is a 380. Those are 280s.
Well, then you could get a 380 brushless if you really wanted to get crazy.
Yeah, and there's some. Castle makes some. There's some out there.
Yeah.
So
that'd be cool.
It really doesn't need the brushless.
Right.
Because one of the things that's nice about it is it doesn't cog.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's brushed. Motor, yeah. It's brushed. Yeah.
You don't have that startup. Yeah. It's smooth. And honestly, for the size, it's fast enough. Like it gets out of control and starts. It's hard to keep it straight because it wants to pull so much in this small size, the short wheelbase.
Oh, I'm sure.
That if you get too much power, it's just going to be hard to drive. So I actually like the idea of a stock class with these. The motors are cheap; they're like $12.
Yeah.
So they're easy to replace, and they'll have different pinion sizes, so you could actually gear it up to go a little faster if you wanted.
Yeah.
At the sake of losing torque, but
I like the only reason that I would ever change it is if I could get a censored system on it to just have it be a little smoother, not necessarily faster, get a lower KV, but have it be a little smoother. But if it's already smooth in the brush system,
Oh
and
yeah,
in the
yeah.
ESC,
Brush is smooth.
like the thing that I don't like about the stock brushed ESCs across the board is how reverse is like 30% reverse sometimes. I don't know if that one's the case with that.
Oh, this
but
one has plenty to do. I mean, we were doing moonwalks in that, so
that's cool.
Yeah, I did a comparison. I show it with the body size is the same as the TRX 4M and the LC80 from FMS. That Land Cruiser body is the same size, would fit. So yeah, but it's 18 scale. I even did measurements. Like if you were to scale down what they say is a 12.5-foot wide monster truck, which is 150 inches, divided by 18. You know, because 118 scale, you divide it by 18, put it at about 8 1/3 inches, and this is just about an 8 1/4 inches wide.
Oh,
Just
nice.
so it's super close to true 18 scale. Because
Well,
everyone
it's really
freaks out
close
about that
because
stuff. Yeah,
12 feet is actually 144, not 150. Just
12.5 feet.
Oh, 12.5 feet. I
Yeah.
see. I was like, well, Tony, well, really, let's.
Yeah, they say they're 12.5 feet wide, and I don't know what one they're using for reference on that, but
yeah.
so I don't know what the Gravedigger actual dimensions are and what the length is. Does that measure back to the wheelie bump on the back, or what measurement are they using for length?
Sure.
So
Sure.
those things I don't know, but it's but brush. I mean, it's enough to do backflips easily.
Yeah.
Like you could go up to the wall. Well, if you've seen the A-Main video, they just backflip it.
They were sending it in the
nonstop.
A-Man video. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
So.
And we were backflipping it like almost doubles on some when the
Yeah.
kids would do it for the freestyle. But
It's pretty sick.
it's a fun build, and it's something I've wanted for a long time, and to see it come out is like, yes.
And that one is 100% get two of them and fun will be had for hours, it seems like. And that was another thing about your guys' video. I feel like I got some in my eye. That you were talking about how the battery was lasting for a long time.
Yeah. It didn't last as long for me and my kids in the sand. The sand, because you're just having a full throttle down so hard because it's just losing speed.
Yeah.
But I forgot we freestyled out there for a bit too. We probably got at least 15. But when you're just doing little freestyle stuff and you're just putzing around and then hitting things, it's different than if somebody's just driving full throttle in their yard where they can just hold the trigger the whole time,
Right.
So, I mean, we had a blast. The two I brought back with me weren't even open. Like we had the ones to run, and we only opened 6 of them because that's what we needed for that video with the Andersons all running them.
Yeah.
And so then they just were like, "We'll just take these 2."
Nice.
And so I didn't care. I was like, "Whoa, okay, cool."
Yeah.
And so. But it was a blast. And then so I made the video for Losi. And then speaking of commercials, they used a lot of that footage too for the commercials being used for the Monster Jam events.
Oh, that's cool.
Because they made a little, 20, 30-second promo for it, like commercial that they run at the Monster Jam events.
Right.
And then Tyler Menninga doing the stand-up talking about them. So
that's cool.
But yeah. And then edited the video for Ryan for his vlog.
Yeah.
Which was 30 minutes. It's a
that was a cool video.
Piece.
That looked like a lot of fun.
So
their dirt there looks so nice.
Their dirt is super nice. And especially because it's been torn up by the 4-wheelers and stuff in that area.
It just looked all loamy and beautiful.
And then we watered it down, and then Ryan just kind of hit it with his skid steer, and it was nice. The track they made was excellent. So good.
Yeah.
So good.
That's the hard thing I think people don't realize too about making making that kind of a track is like making it to the right proportion for the cars. It's really hard to get it done right the first time. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like getting the jumps the right proportion and all the kicks and all that the right proportion. It's really hard to get it right the first time.
Steven Smith says, so Primal is lying to me? I missed that.
Oh, probably about the scale.
Oh, about what scale there?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
Tanker T68 said he pre-ordered
Order one
one
of
of
each.
each. See, I wanted to, but I was like, it's just I've got other plans, and so I was like, it's. I asked for one for my parents. I was like, hey, I got a birthday and Christmas coming up, so I'll take one of those.
Nice. Yeah, if you have two, like we went out and ran them, and we were racing each other, and I haven't posted that video yet. But we have that, and then we did a freestyle, and we all did terrible at the freestyle for some reason. Partly because, so the one thing is, so where we ran it with them, everything was very smooth. Like the track, we, back dragged it and all that.
Yeah.
In my sandbox of a course now that I just was playing in with that's what I'd set up for that one video, the Razor Ray. I tore up what I was building for the mini monster truck course.
Oh, right.
But I was also walking all around it filming.
Yeah.
And so there's all these footprints in the sand,
Right.
which made it really hard to keep that thing driving straight. So I need to get out there with a rake and smooth it all out before we race again.
Yeah.
But then anytime you go in to pick up your cars, you got to like rake your way back, like take a rake in with you. And after you fix your car, get rid of your footprints. So that's going to be a kind of a pain in the butt with the sand.
Yeah.
But it'll pack in a little bit.
So Tanker says the local shop lets you pre-order and pay when it arrives. So that's why the wind was out of my sails for an hour or two until Tony was like, they have them at Horizon, but because A-Main had them and it said it wasn't going to get there till like the 28th. And I was like,
well, they probably only get a certain allotment, and they may have sold through that allotment already.
Oh, I see.
And then after that, their second shipment, maybe.
Right.
That's my guess, at least. But I could be wrong.
Afterpay has me buying more. I know. I try not to get into that stuff. I'm like, oh, I feel guilty enough as it is. And like I said, I have plans for some other stuff. And I'm trying to kind of weigh the options because I need to get a transmitter and I need to get some parts for a stadium truck. And I'm like, wait a minute. This money that I had in my RC pot was supposed to be for me. It happens like that all the time. Okay. Yeah. Not to rant about a crappy birthday, but like having a birthday so close to Christmas always sucked because I would always get like money or I'd always get, what's it called? Like gift cards and stuff like that for my birthday. And then I'd have to run out and buy Christmas presents with that. Like, and so it's like, I was like, it was fun doing that. But at the same time, it's like, it would be nice to spend that on myself sometimes.
Right.
It's like, So Black Market said he was hearing the 15th and the 21st. Yeah. So when I saw the 21st one, that's when it got to A-Main. And then when I went to check out, it said it wouldn't get to me until the 28th. And I was like, oh. Yeah, 13th of December. You feel the pain. Mine's the 21st. So it's like the weekend before Christmas all the time. It's like, blows. Yeah, here's your birthday Christmas present. Everyone with a birthday. Yeah, everyone with a birthday in December. The worst was when I was in like high school or college and they would forget, like say like my grandma or something, like not a big deal. She'd kind of forget and then be like, oh, why don't you pick that one under the tree for my birthday? I was like, okay. I'm like, hopefully get something cool. Give her 3 days to buy another present. Yes. January 4th. Oh yeah, my stepdad's is like right after Christmas too. Yep. Yep. Nice. Birthday's on Thanksgiving this year. Happy birthday. I won't be around next week, but happy birthday. Sick of pie and cake. I just stay home. That's funny. All right, Tony. I think we should wrap.
All right.
We've been on for 2 hours now. This is
Have we?
good.
Wow. Wow.
Thanks for you guys
The top
watching.
10 helps. Yeah, man.
And the people that are we got a lot of people in here, and a lot of people can take aim at Tony's baby maker, so we can shoot them right now. I already got you in the description anyway.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed it again.
I talked about so my last pick was that Mini LMT. I knew and Tony knew what we were going for, so that was my last pick.
That's also why I picked it for this week.
Yep. So, but no, in the description I said I might pick a RC tank to shoot you in the baby maker with. I think those ones look like fun too, little airsoft tanks.
Yeah.
Why not? Be a mess.
That's a good idea.
It'd be a mess, man. Thanks.
Anyway.
Thanks, Nick B. I had fun today. It was an awesome live. So
yeah.
Thanks for the super chat. Appreciate it.
And more coming with the minis, the LMT minis. Lots to talk about with them. And it's a really solid release. And man, the video experience was fun.
Yeah. So let's do that actually. When one gets under our tree, I'll have to peel it away from my kid's fingers and be like, hey, I have to do a freestyle to beat Tony again and hold my belt so we could do
and we could do them indoors, which is great.
Yeah. While you work on it, Tony or Harley was being entertained while he works on his 24 scale.
Hey, just so he knows, if he hates 24 scale and gets rid of this thing, I have dibs. First crack at it.
First crack at it.
Can't stop drooling while I work on these.
That's awesome.
I don't know what that's about, but yep.
Oh, there you go. Thanks, David Ferris. Remember that one time? I just barely beat
yeah, big shout out to both Nick B and David Ferris.
Yeah,
guys, thank you.
Super awesome
super chats from these guys this week.
Yeah.
So, but it's been fun.
Yeah,
and more coming next week. Really quick, you're gone.
I'll send a list.
Going on vacation again. He's always on vacation.
Dodging raindrops.
Also, that one time that I snuck back in the live, I was actually at Ryan's house when people thought maybe I was in a hotel or whatever, and I said I was traveling.
Yeah.
That was,
that's
there
right.
shooting the LMT video.
I forgot about that.
You were going to go solo, but then I thought we were going to be like crazy out in the back. We were all so tired.
Yeah.
Everyone just kind of like, all right.
Yeah.
Going to bed early. And so I went up and jumped on the live stream. But
yeah. Forgot about that. That's awesome.
The SCX-24s weren't allowed on this list. So you notice there's no crawlers. We're doing a crawler week where we'll do both.
2 for 1.
2 for 1. Top 10 in each
That's going to be a marathon.
We'll go a little faster through it. We'll have to just kind of hammer through. All right, what's yours? Why and why? All right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It'll be a good one.
Yep.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. As always, it's been a blast. Next week, I'll have a list. I might be able to pop in, but I don't think so. I'll be kind of landing at my pad right at that time. So
it'll be more like tools and random stuff, or maybe YouTube gear or something. It'll be a different type of list.
Sure.
Not as RC related. Something.
Cookies.
We're gonna save the crawling one till you're here. All right, guys.
Cookies.
Ciao.
Later.